Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create Salesforce lead on Google Forms submission. So let's suppose I am running a digital marketing agency and I am collecting all my leads with the help of Google Forms. Now I want that whenever a new form submission happen, a lead should be automatically created in my Salesforce account. I completely want to automate this process, and to do this automation, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Forms and Salesforce. Pabbly Connect runs on two principles, which is trigger and action. Here, as my trigger application, I am going to take Google Forms from where I will receive new form submission, and this complete workflow here will get triggered. And then in my action application, I am going to take Salesforce, where the lead will be created as soon as the form submission will be received. If you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Salesforce lead on Google Form submission. For this, we are going to create automation between Google Form and Salesforce with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign into our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in. But if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I am an existing user, I'll click on this sign in. And here a dashboard has appeared showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. If you want to create a new folder, you just need to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow, and then I have to give the workflow name and then select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as how to create Salesforce lead on Google Form submission, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created, and I want to select this all automations and then click on create. Now as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger in a workflow, but as many as action applications as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to create Salesforce lead on Google Form submission, which means whenever a new form submission will be made, a lead will be created in Salesforce, which means whenever a form submission will be made, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So whenever Google Form submission happens and action says do this. So whenever a form submission happens, we have to create Salesforce lead. So here in my trigger application, I am going to take Google Forms. And then in my trigger event, I am going to take new response received. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk given below over here, I will make this connection, and to make this connection, let me take you to my Google Forms. So this is my Google Forms by the name consultation request form, and it has full name, email address, phone number, what service are you interested in, SEO, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, and then the company name. So now we need to build the connection, and the first step is that we have to turn on this required button off of the last field of this form, and then we have to click on the responses, and then over here we can see this view in sheets. So we have to click on this. So as I click on this view in sheets, this sheet has appeared in front of me by the name consultation request form, and this is the same name and it has the same fields that I had in my Google Forms. This means the Google Form and Google Sheet are connected, and whenever someone will fill the Google Form, all the details will start appearing in this Google Sheets. So now I need to build connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets. So here I will go back to Pabbly and copy this webhook URL. Now I'll go back to Google Sheets, and over here I can see this extensions. So I will open this, and then I have to click on this add-ons, and then I have to click on this get add-ons. So over here Google Workspace Marketplace has appeared in front of me, where I'm going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. And over here it is showing installed because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, you have to follow the same process and then make sure that you refresh your Google Sheets after installing. Now I will go back to extensions, and then after installing this Pabbly Connect webhooks, I'll click on this Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then I will click on this initial setup. So over here I need to provide the webhook URL and the trigger column. So it's written you can get the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect workflow. So this is the same webhook URL that I have copied just now from here, that I have to paste in this field, in the webhook URL field. So I'm going to paste that webhook URL over here, and then I have to enter the trigger column. So it's written the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of the data will be sent to the webhook URL. So over here my final data entry column is column F, and whenever I will add data in this column, the complete row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So now after entering the trigger column, I have to click on the submit, and setup configured successfully. So I have to do one more important step after making this connection. I have to go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then I have to click on the send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and over here we can see waiting for the webhook response, and under this it is written now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. This means so as to get the webhook response over here, I need to do a test submission, for which I am going to fill this form. So for that I have to click on this send, and over here I can see the link to this form. So I will copy this link and paste that link in a new tab. And over here I am going to submit this form with some dummy details. So let's say my name is, so here I have filled the form. The full name is new user, email address is new787@pabblitudes.com. The phone number is this, and the service interested in is social media marketing, and the company name is Magnet Brains. And now after filling this form, I have to click on this submit, and I have successfully submitted my response. Now all these details should be captured and received in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So let's open my Pabbly Connect. And over here we can see that we have successfully received the response. The trigger column was column F. Here the full name was new user. Email address was new787@pabblitudes.com. The phone number was this. Service interested in is social media marketing, and the company name is Magnet Brains. So we filled the form and received the response in Pabbly Connect. Also that these details are added in my Google Sheets. So now whenever someone will fill the form, the details will be added in Google Sheets and received in my Pabbly Connect. This shows that the connection that we have created between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect is successful with the help of this webhook URL. And now that the connection is successful, I have to move to my next step, which is whenever someone submits the form, I want to create this as lead in Salesforce. So here in my action application, I am going to take Salesforce. And then in my action event, I have to take create lead. Now I have to click on this connect. So if you have an existing connection, you can go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and then click on this connect with Salesforce. Now over here I have already logged in my Salesforce account, and it is advisable to keep your accounts logged in before making this connection for the easy authorization. So now I have to grant away some permissions, for which I clicked on that allow, and authorization successful. So Salesforce is connected with Pabbly Connect, and over here I have to enter all these details. So the first one is last name. So as soon as I click on this last name, I can see this Google Forms, and as soon as I open my Google Forms, I can see all the responses that I have received from there. Here I have to enter the last name, but I have received the full name from the Google Form response. So I have to first separate the full name first name and last name, as last name is a required field. So to do this, I'm going to scroll above and click on this add action button and search for a feature by Pabbly, which is text formatter. And then in my action event, I'm going to take the split text. Now I'm going to click on this connect. So I have to enter the text to split, and in the Google form response I can see that I want to split this new user, and over here I need to enter the separator. So reading the help desk, I have added the separator as space, and then in the segment index I have to select this as all and simply click on this save and send test request. So here I have received the response. My first name is new and last name is user, and now I can use this to enter in my Salesforce field. So as soon as I click on this, I can see two responses. One is Google Forms and the other is text formatter, and when I click on this text formatter, I can see that I have received my first name and last name separately. So I have to enter the last name, and the last name is user, and then I have to enter the first name. So the first name was new. Now over here I need to enter the company, which is a required field, and I will click on the Google Forms response and enter my company as Magnet Brains. And then I have to enter the title, so I will follow the same process, and in this title field I am going to enter this what service are you interested in. So I will enter this social media marketing. Now I have to enter the phone number, so I will follow the same process and enter my phone number as this one. And then I have to enter my email address. So the email address was new787@pabblytudes.com. So now after entering all these details, I have to select the lead source, which is web, and I want to select my status as open not contacted and the rating as hot. Over here I am leaving this field blank, website and description, because these are not required one, and I have not received any response for these fields. And I am also going to leave this street, city and country blank. But if you have received the response for these fields, you can enter following the same process. Now over here mapping is important, so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static, and the information will not change even if we have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any data, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So that's why we use mapping instead of manually entering any detail. So here, after adding all these fields, now I'm going to scroll down and then I have to click on this save and send test request. So I have received the response successfully with the ID of the lead. Now I need to open my Salesforce and check whether this lead has been created there or not. So this is my Salesforce dashboard, and then I will click on this lead, and on the top itself I can see this new user that has been created. Here the name was new user, company was Magnet Brains, title was social media marketing, lead status is open not contacted, phone number is this, and email address is new787@pabblytudes.com. Now to check whether this automation is working perfectly fine or not, let's open my Google form and fill some other form. So here now I'm going to enter some other dummy details. So let's say my full name this time is latest user. My email address is latest9838@pabblytudes.com. My phone number is this one, and the service I'm interested in is email marketing, and the name of the company is, let's say, Pabbly. Now I'm going to click on this submit. And here I have submitted my response. Now as soon as I've submitted this Google form, a lead should be created in my Salesforce. So let's open my Salesforce account, go back, and then let's refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have created this latest user. The name is latest user, the company was Pabbly, the title is the email marketing, the phone number this time was this, and the email address was latest9838@pabblytudes.com. So now to summarize, we took Google Forms as our trigger application, where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We submitted a form and received the response, after which we took Salesforce as our action application, where we wanted to enter the first name and the last name, but we have received the full name from the response in Google Forms. So here we used one more action step, text formatter, where we split the text into first name and last name separately. Then we map this data in my first name and last name field, new user, and then I entered the title, company name, phone number and email address with the help of mapping. After entering all these details, I simply clicked on the save and send test request and received the response over here. So we have successfully created automation between Google Forms and Salesforce with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.